it was this person that like kept stalking me after we had a really great time, and then my best friend, she was making fun of me, and then she was like, so like in Caribbean culture, like good hole is like when you got like a good Gucci or whatever, and so she was like, you have a good hole. She was like, Auntie Good Hole, and she called me that, and then I was like, I'm about to change my handle on social media platforms to Auntie Good Hole, and that's how Auntie Good Hole came about.
Bronx made, Bronx made, Bronx made, Bronx made, Bronx made.
Hey, que lo que? Welcome to Bronx Girl at Heart presents Casa Confessions, where young bosses and creatives confess funny and harsh truths about their come up. And I'm your host, Alanis. I'm so excited to be here, guys. And I'm a little shy. This is our first visual episode. And as you can see, I'm still learning the intro. So that's why I was referring to my phone. I do want to give a heads up. We clearly have a guest. And today we're speaking with dancehall singer, songwriter Sami Sol about her journey in music, finding her voice as an artist, and expressing herself through fashion and a ton of other things. So hi, Sami. Let's clap it up for Sami.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course. Before we really get into it, I do want to give a little shout out to our podcast socials. So please follow Casa Confessions. We're currently on Facebook, Threads, Instagram, all the things at Casa Confessions Podcast. So you can stay posted and updated on everything we're doing. So back to you. How are you feeling today?
I'm good. I feel good. I felt a little nervous.
You're a little nervous?
Yeah.
I guess we're in the same boat.
Okay,
this
good.
is my first visual episode, so I'm a little nervous too. We're gonna get into to kind of loosen this up.
Okay, cool.
We're gonna get into a sound off, which basically I'm gonna talk about like a whole bunch of current events that are happening,
Okay.
and then we can both share our opinions.
Okay.
So the first that I have here, right in time for Hispanic Heritage Month, Barbie the company, they released a Celia Cruz doll, and she's an Afro salsa singer. A lot of Latin people know about Celia Cruz. Do you feel like if you had a doll that impacted you growing up, or did you have a close relationship with dolls?
I did. I definitely used to play with a lot of Barbie dolls. But I loved Bratz a little more. I thought they were like edgier and cooler, and the outfits were more just fashionable. Like
I see the brat inspo in your style.
Yeah.
So did you see that Bratz did a Kylie Jenner doll? How do you feel about that?
I did see it. I mean, I feel like Bratz always emulated Black women of color. Right. So I kind of felt like that was a little weird because that's not what she is. So.
It was weird. So, okay, my question is, what celebrity would you like to see on a doll then? Maybe we could do Bratz then. Who do you think, if Bratz could just erase Kylie or moving forward with someone else, who would be good?
Tiana Taylor.
Oh, wait, she is like the Bratz aesthetic.
She
also.
literally like... Yeah. I would like to see Doja as a doll too.
I agree.
I think she has like a cool style. Who else? Doechii. I think Doechii's cool.
Those are all good picks. Yeah. I agree. Okay, so moving on. There's a video of Offset going around where he passed his number to a waitress to give it to someone else, a woman, while she was on a date with another man. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was so messy. There's a few videos going on of Offset from the Migos right now, but I thought it was so messy. Have you ever been in a situation like that where someone tried to hit on your partner while you were on a date with them? And how would you react if you were the other partner in this situation? The girl was very, not to cut you off, the girl was very low key about it though. Like she saw the little note where Offset was hitting on her. And then she like hid it from the partner, but she didn't say anything. And then people in the comments were just trashing her. Like they were just like, she's a hoe, she's for the streets.
I mean, well, we don't know
Right.
why she was hiding it. But that has never happened to me before. But I feel like if it did, if I was the girl, what I would do.
Yeah.
I probably would have hid it. I probably would have put it somewhere. Like, I probably wouldn't want to cause a scene. Maybe that's what she did. So
that's what I'm saying. They were thinking like, oh, she's gonna call him later.
You can't assume just based off of a clip you see on the internet, for real.
Exactly. So. And it's like, what if she did tell her man, like, look, Offset just gave me, like, what?
Yeah, you don't know what happened.
That could have been a dangerous situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So we agree on that too. There's a whole bunch of celebrity meals and beverages going around. Mm-hmm. So Ice Spice has a Munchkins drink at Dunkin' Donuts. Mm-hmm. Everybody was saying it's like a diabetes drink. Like, it's crazy if you look at the recipe. Yeah. I think I have it here. It's like cane sugar, cream, coffee syrup, pumpkin munchkins, a whole bunch of stuff. Which is crazy. But if you got to the point where you had a brand deal with a restaurant or a beverage, what would yours be?
Who would I collab with?
Yeah, like what restaurant chain? What beverage company?
I have to say Dunkin' Donuts, simply because I like Dunkin' Donuts. Okay. I do like their coffee and I do love donuts. So, I mean, I would probably do Dunkin' Donuts too.
And what would your drink or meal be?
I don't know, but something with like a donut hole.
You see? Like so that. You probably would like the Ice Spice drink.
I probably would.
Has I think it has donut holes in it.
Oh wow. Which is crazy. That's really sweet.
Like, yeah, no, it's like it sounds crazy, but I don't know if there's an audience out there for it. Okay. We'll do one more sound off. I have so many. But okay, we'll talk about SZA. So SZA's manager came out and said that they pulled her VMAs performance because she was not nominated for Artist of the Year. My question is, do you feel that SZA deserved to be nominated for Artist of the Year? And then also, would you turn down an opportunity like that, like something big like the VMAs, because you felt like you were being disrespected?
I do feel like she should have been nominated because she did just drop that album. Yeah. And it
was a fire album.
It was really
in
good.
My opinion.
It was really good.
So good.
Yeah, she did just drop an album. It's still very fresh. I thought they should have nominated her as well. Would I turn down an opportunity like that? I'm not sure, but I also feel like sometimes you have to like make people respect you. So I understand why they did that, but a chance to like perform at the VMAs, I don't know if I would turn that down. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Some people would just take it. There are people that take like the high road and they just take the disrespect from these award shows and they keep showing up, keep performing. But it's like, how many times are you going to perform at the award show and they're never going to nominate you for... I mean, SZA, I do think she was a contender for Artist of the Year.
Yeah.
I don't know, like music, like mainstream music this year... there wasn't too many things that moved the needle for me. Yeah. Especially in like R&B and hip hop.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I think it was SZA.
SZA definitely carried R&B on her back.
For sure. She did. Okay, so we're done with the sound off. Next is a segment called Show and Tell.
Show and Tell.
So this doesn't have to be a high pressure situation, but if you want to do like a little singing, a little 30-second, a little snippet of a song that you want to present, or maybe a rap, whatever skills you have. I just assume because you sing, but just show us the talent. Maybe you know how to, I don't know, bend your arms backwards.
Bend my arm, anything,
any talent.
Oh my God.
I selfishly want to hear a song.
I'm not prepared for this. I mean, just like perform on the mic.
If you want to, if you feel comfortable.
Or like, can I play a song from my phone or something?
Oh, we'll do that later. Okay, another, okay. All right, not to put you on the spot for too long. Well, I get it, because we got to pay for a performance, honey. I get that. So, we also give our guests the opportunity to share a resource that has been helpful for them too. Like, do you feel like there's been a platform or a resource that has helped you throughout your experience as an artist? Like something that could maybe help other young artists. Yeah, you could drop a gem too.
Okay. I had to think hard about that one. I feel like take opportunities to, like, when you're first coming up, I would say take any opportunity. Well, not any, but take opportunities to showcase your music more. Like if someone's inviting you to an artist showcase, I would say do that. Like if you're in your beginning stages, definitely go out there and perform, like get the practice in. You might meet a fan or two, and if you like continue doing showcases and stuff like that, you can definitely collect fans throughout. But
that was good. That was really good. I appreciate that. That's a snap for that. Putting yourself out there. A lot of times, I mean, I'm guilty of that too. Of like sometimes I don't take an opportunity because in my mind I convince myself that I'm not ready yet. But sometimes you just have to like put yourself out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Were there times where you you just put yourself out there, or are you the type that second guesses yourself and kind of?
When I first started my music journey, I honestly would just take the opportunity to go perform if someone presented like a good platform for me to do so. But showcases now are like a little different. Sometimes they want you to like pay to perform, and it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So eventually, like I kind of like stepped out of that, and I got into like more of a space where I was around people that would give me the opportunity to get paid to perform. So that's where I'm at right now. But I feel like when you're starting out, sometimes you do have to take the sacrifice. Yeah. And go to those showcases that might charge you just to showcase your talent.
Paying to perform?
Yeah. There's a lot of showcases like that. It's crazy. It's a crazy concept.
I didn't know that.
You pay to perform, and if you cross a threshold with the amount of like tickets that you sell, then you get paid. Oh. Yeah.
Have you paid to perform before?
I have. It was one showcase that I did. I don't remember their name. I did pay to perform, but then I ended up getting like $175 back. Yes. Yeah, because I sold like 30 tickets. So and a lot of people came back, so came to the show. So, you know, it was cool or whatever.
Yeah, but a lot of people probably can't do that. That's a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal. I honestly didn't expect a lot of people to show up. This was like in 2018, 2019, I think it was. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's good. She brings in money. Yes. So now let's get into a little bit of your history as an artist and just like you as a person. So this is the come up segment. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So can you take us from the start of your journey with music and all the way to where you are now?
Okay. So, I mean, I feel like I grew up in a house that was like musically inclined. My family loved music, all different types of music. I come from a West Indian background. My mother is Grenadian. My father is Puerto Rican, but I didn't grow up with him. So I grew up in like a strictly Grenadian household. So everything was like dancehall, soca, calypso, reggae. So that's the type of music that I grew up on. But my mother was also like interested in like pop and hip hop and R&B, even country. So I listened to a whole bunch of different type of music. I went to performing arts schools, middle school. I played the alto saxophone for 10 years, so I know how to read music. And I used to sing when I was younger, and I remember that my family, like, they got me a karaoke set because they thought that I could sing. But I was just having fun. Like, I didn't think I was, like, serious with my voice and everything, but other people thought that I could, like, hold a tune or whatever. So I got older, and then my family was, like, in the church, and I was singing one day, and then my cousin was like, "You can sing, you should join the choir. So I did. And around when I was like 19 years old, I was in a relationship with someone and I started recording in the studio, and we kind of became like a duo. So I would record with them and we would make music together, and then we broke up. And then like I kind of found like, I just went on my own journey with music to try to find my sound. And that's what happened. I mean, I feel like 2020 is when like I really discovered the type of sound that I wanted to get into, and like what I wanted to sound like, the type of beats that I wanted to work with. Yeah. So now we here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing that impressed me, you said you played what instrument?
The alto saxophone.
I don't even think I've even seen that before.
You have. Do you know who Kenny G is? You probably don't. I went on my head.
Kenny G.
Kenny G.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
maybe if I see him.
Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, I played the alto saxophone for 10 years. So I think that also helped with my vocals too.
I was gonna ask that
because it like strengthened my lungs in some type of way. What else? Yeah. I know how to read music because of that. So
yeah. I think a lot of people that make music nowadays is kind of like in this like SoundCloud era and stuff. It's kind of just like with tools on computer and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that sets you apart from other artists? The fact that you actually know like how to read music, you studied it.
I feel like maybe I have like a different ear than other artists. Maybe I think because I haven't like incorporated that into what I'm doing right now, I don't know if that really like sets me apart. But I feel like if I start to score, like actually like construct with actual notes,
that's probably a bad.
Then I would like
scoring movies.
Yeah,
you gotta get into that.
I was saying that the other day. I was like, yo, like I should get into scoring because, I mean, that's where the bag at for real. Right.
You gotta, you need a variety of streams of income.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry, I don't know who Kenny G is. I'm so sorry. I probably do know who Kenny G is. They're like, you uncultured swine.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
So back to finding your sound. That was actually a question I had. I feel like it's probably very difficult for an artist to find their sound that sets them apart. So what was that process like of finding Sami Sol's sound?
I mean, it wasn't so hard. I feel like I really took a lot of risks, a lot of chances. I put myself out there. I didn't really care if people didn't like the music or not. It was what it was. I was on my journey, and I was just focused on stepping into authenticity, whatever that may look like. Like, I just wanted to be happy and content. Like, once I knew that I reached like a place of satisfaction with how it sounds in the studio, how it sounds in like my headphones, then I'm good to go. Like, that's what I wanted. Like, I wanted that satisfaction, and I feel like I'm finally here. And I'm finally at the point where like the sounds that I'm creating now is what I've always wanted. And it took me years. Like, it literally took me since I was 19 years old. So, not to give away my age, but 10 years, child. Like, it took me so long.
And it doesn't look like it was 10 years ago. It does not look like it was 10 years ago.
Thank you.
So I just want to tell the viewers how I found out about Sami Sol. So I was spending the Labor Day weekend in Brooklyn, and I went to this party at a place called Friends and Lovers, and Sami Sol was performing, and she completely like, you won the audience over with a specific song, as with everything, but it was this one song that was like, you had to run it back. And it left an impression on me. I was like, no, she needs to be the first guest for the podcast. Like, and I feel like you were so confident on stage. Like, where do you get that from?
I feel like I used to put on like a facade with my confidence at first.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, fake it till you make it type of vibe. But like, I feel like now it's just, I don't care. Like, I just want to do what I love, and I'm just here, and I want to vibe out. And if you fuck with me, you do. If you don't, it's fine. Like, it's cool. Like, I just really had to get to a place of like tuning out the outside noise, and I don't even feel like it was outside noise. Really, I feel like I was just like projecting a lot.
Onto yourself?
Onto myself, like my insecurities and stuff like that. And like, I'm just like learning to work through those things. And as I do that, like, I'm realizing like, it is what it is. I'm gonna just get on this stage and do what I gotta do. Yeah.
Yeah. I think to choose being an artist as a passion, like as a path, a career path, is the most brave thing ever. Yeah. It's I'm sure it was scary at times. Yeah. Was there did you have that time where you were debating like a corporate path and this, or was it always like fuck that?
It was always fuck that. Okay. It was always like, I want to do music. I want to take the risk. I want to, like, you never know, like, if you don't take that chance. Yeah. And I'm willing to sacrifice anything.
Wow.
To get where
Because a lot of us let other people get in our heads. I'm guilty of that. Yeah. So, like, when you hear other people say things or maybe project their fears onto you, how do you fight that off?
I just try my best not to internalize it, for real. Like, I try to have boundaries with just understanding that people have their own fears and their own insecurities, and I know that they're not purposely projecting onto me, but it's just how people are, and it is what it is. I mean, I've had family who told me that I'm not gonna get far with this stuff, like. But I'm like, yo, like, I believe in myself, so that's all I really need. Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, on to a song that I heard recently, Moesha XXX. Okay. So I see that you released that song in the summer, right? Yeah. Okay. A line in the song, I'm not going to do the whole line because I'm not about to embarrass myself, okay?
But you ain't got to sing
But
it.
you say... Yeah, but I'm not even gonna read it because you do dancehall music, right? So it's like a lot of patois, and I'm not about to embarrass myself. But you sound great doing it. But you say "tricked me into pregnancy, abort mission." Best believe that. Yeah. When you're singing a line like that, are you drawing from personal experience, or how personal are you willing to get in your music?
I feel like the best kind of art really comes from like raw vulnerability, for real. So I don't mind sharing my personal business through my music. I'd rather that than get online and like just tell everybody willingly in like a caption or something. Like, I'd rather use my art to express myself that way. So yeah, that line was definitely from a personal experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like artists that get personal in their music because I can tell now, like, specifically for an example, like the rap girlies now, I feel like they're not, a lot of them, it's like kind of like microwavable music. Yeah. Like, they're not getting to my heart. Yeah. They're not, like, I'm like, what are you saying? Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna say any names, but there's like 2 artists in particular where I listen to them and like everybody listens to them, everyone likes them, and I'm like, okay, I get it, I see it, but I'll listen to their whole song and I'm like, but what are you saying? You're not saying anything. I understand. The best songs I think are like bops, but you feel like there was actually some wordplay, something that you can connect to in there as well. Okay, so you have a song called Too Bad. Yeah. That was the song that I saw you perform. Yes. Are you okay with me saying that title? I don't even know if that's the official title.
That is the official title, for sure.
Okay, and you've been teasing it on Instagram and stuff. So when's the release date?
Ciao.
When's the release date? The people want it.
Oh, God. I mean, we're focused on promo right now with that song because you were there. When I performed that song, and we had to run it back like 3 times. So when we realized the power of that song, we were like, well, we have to go hard with promotion. I mean, we're not gonna elongate like the promo, but we definitely wanted to reach like a wider audience.
Mm-hmm.
So we really want to go hard with promo. So we've been planning with promo, and we're gonna start very, 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 very soon.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see like
more things.
Are
you like the type of person to like knock on the door at a radio station or like wait outside for Kanye and like sing him your song?
No. Absolutely not. No. I'm gonna utilize the tools that I have right now.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. But definitely that song is coming out real soon.
Yeah. And it's so good. I can't wait for people to hear it, because I was like, you really had to run it back. Like everyone was like, that's the one.
That's the one. Yeah.
Okay, onto your fashion.
Okay.
I was seeing on your Instagram, you take a lot of risks with your fashion. Well, what I would consider risks.
Okay.
Because like you show like you incorporate like nudity, but like also edgy and very like, I feel like rock inspired.
Yeah.
Your style reminds me a little bit of, you mentioned Doja earlier, a little bit of like Rihanna. Were they like your fashion influences, or do you have other people that influence you?
I would definitely say Rihanna, because she's always been so bold with fashion. And we've seen her through like multiple eras and how bold she was in each one. Rihanna, Doja, I feel like her I don't care, like I'm just gonna, like I love that,
especially the phase she's in now.
Like it's edgy, it's cool, it's sexy. I love a lot of like stuff from the 90s too. What was the question?
No, I was just like, do you have not musical, do you have fashion influences? Was there someone that inspired you when it comes to your style?
Yeah, I feel like it definitely has been Rihanna for sure. I can't think of anybody else, but I feel like I've always kind of been into like fashion since I was in high school, like just having my own style and not really trying to mimic everybody else and what's trending. Like I just wanted to wear what made me feel sexy.
That's so cool.
I like looking sexy. I really do.
Yeah. I feel like everything just came so easy to you. Oh my God. So easy. So easy. She's like, yeah, I've always been fashionable. I always could sing. Everybody was telling me I could sing.
Oh my God, no. I mean, I'm pretty sure I had a bad outfit here or there.
But you put thought into it. And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
It was a look to you then.
Yeah, it definitely was, for sure.
Okay, so you dance, you sing, you have really good fashion.
Thank you.
Is it something that you want to all like incorporate it all together in your artistry? Do you see like separate lanes being created for that as your career gets further?
Definitely. I really want to do runway. I want to do.
I could see you.
I want to be in magazines and stuff. Yeah. Like I do want to have a modeling career as well. I have thought about acting. I feel like that would be really cool. I don't think music is the only way that I can express myself. I feel like it's so much more that I could get into, and I'm willing to do it. Yeah.
I love that about new artists nowadays. Yeah, I feel like you guys aren't pigeonholing yourselves. Yeah, and like down to do different things. Yeah. I'm not an artist, but I think I feel like I think like that. Like I'm just like, I want to do different things. Like if I could do one thing, then maybe that has like maybe that's transferable onto here, right. And like, you know, multiple streams of income, all that. Yeah. So I want us to listen to this audio. Okay. From the Human Behavior Mastery podcast. And they were talking about day 1 and day 2 friends. So let's just hear what your thoughts are on this. Let me get it together. Am I gonna find it?
I'm a firm believer in day 2s. We all got day 1s. We grew up out the sandbox. We done shared chicken sandwiches. We done shared a snack box. But I believe in day 2s. And the day 1s, you didn't get to choose those people. They were attached to you based on your environment, based on your circumstance. And usually the language of day 1s is survival. Usually the conversations with your day ones is about stuff we used to do and the silly things we did and the, oh my God, you remember that time? Your day twos are from different places, so it's intentional. Your day twos, y'all speak the language of thriving. How do we excel and expand? How do we add value to each other? How can I help and support? And so I believe you need that. Where you got a right hand and a left hand, you need day ones to keep you grounded and let you know where you come from. But you need day twos that are going to push you. Absolutely. And challenge you. Absolutely. And stretch you.
Okay. So we were talking about friendship. That's what that podcast was talking about, friendship, like the difference between day one friends and he mentioned something called day two friends, which are like the people you meet along the way. For example, you now, like maybe in your artistry and in that journey, you might have new friends that come along. Do you feel like what he said resonated with you? Have you had to differentiate between your day one and your day two friends lately? Or is that not something you've encountered yet?
I wouldn't say. I hate the term like day one and day two friends. I also I don't like how he like compartmentalized it so hard. Like,
so you don't like him? You don't like it? Read him. Yes. Tell him.
Like, I feel like I don't read into like friendships that hard where it's like, I have you for this. I mean, I understand like compartmentalizing like certain relationships. Like, you have people that you go but so deep with in conversation and people that you go that far with in conversation, but that's just what the friendship is. But I don't think it's that serious. Like,
the way I took it was that there's a lot of people, like Drake said, no new friends. There's a lot of people that are hardcore about like their core group of friends, whatever that means to them. Like, maybe it's the ones they grew up with or the ones they found before they made money or the ones they found before they became an artist or whatever. And then he's saying that there's a space for like those friends that are introduced into your life afterwards, like after whatever point that is, whether it's when you became an artist or like you shouldn't be closed off to those new relationships, because those day one relationships, even though like maybe they could keep you humble and remind you about who you are, but they might also like keep you back in that space because they knew you at a time where you aren't where you are now, whether that's mentally, financially, physically. And then he's like, you know, and that's the way I took it. Like, be open to like those people that come in when you level up or enter a new space in your life. Like, there's space for both of them. Because I mean, there's people that take complete opposite sides. Like, there's people that meet those new friends and are like bye to their old friends that remind them who they were. And then there's people that are like, no new friends past this date. Like, I'm not open to embracing love from people in this space.
I mean, I definitely think you should be open to new friends. But I also feel like, I mean, if I'm growing into a new space, I feel like your old friends can do that with you too. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna be like holding you back from whatever because of like who you were in that space with them. Like, you can grow with your old friends.
That's the hope. That's the hope, that you can grow with your friends.
Yeah, why not?
I think you can grow with your friends.
Yeah.
It doesn't always happen though.
I mean, it doesn't always happen.
And it's not necessarily like it has to be like a hater friend. Like, remember you were broke. Like, remember we was I don't know, splitting the dollar menu. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be like that. It could just be like maybe their headspace is like different. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe you guys used to, for an example, like maybe you guys used to always go to the club looking for like where the baller's at, like who's gonna get me to a section, who's gonna do this. And let's say maybe you're married now, and then you're hanging out with that friend. It's not a problem. You can hang out with that friend. Maybe she'll respect that you're married, but like that energy sometimes can kind of pull someone away from where they are now. Okay. Unintentionally, sometimes. But yeah, the hope is definitely that you can grow with your day one friends. Yeah. I do wish that for everybody. Yeah. Okay. So, Human Behavior Mastery Podcast, Sami Sol does not agree with you.
Oh my God.
I'm in the middle, but okay. So, what does success look like to you?
Success. I think it goes back into something that I said earlier. Just being me, speaking for me, satisfaction. Like once I feel those feelings of like content and wusa, and I'm satisfied and I'm happy and I feel peace and I just feel like balanced with everything in my life. That's success to me.
I agree with that. That's the same thing. A lot of people's success is like some type of number or something that can be counted in some way. But that's not to me. To me, it's just happiness. Like I will turn down an opportunity that seems good on paper if I don't feel happy inside. Yeah.
If it's like mentally debilitating, no.
Oh my gosh. Not to get too into this, but what's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
You wasn't? Really?
I don't know too many Aquariuses. I was like, are we getting watery in here?
Well, I do have water in my chart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
what's your zodiac sign?
It's like I feel some water. I'm a Pisces.
Okay, cool.
Especially with the happiness thing, I was like,
yeah,
come on. But Aquarius, cool. Yeah. No, I mean they're like very successful. I don't know too many Aquariuses, to be honest, but I'm thinking about like famous examples. Like maybe there's a famous example,
Oprah,
but I actually don't know. Okay.
Oprah, Michael Jordan. Who else?
Oprah's an icon. Oprah's my role model. You can say it. Megan
the Stallion.
Megan the Stallion is an Aquarius. Okay. Oh, and she's like a girl's girl. I feel like everyone loves her.
She is a girl's girl.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Are you into zodiac and stuff like that? Or?
I definitely am. For sure.
Okay. So
like,
tell us about Aquarius.
We the best. Period. Nothing else. Nothing less. Nothing more.
And that's on DJ Khaled.
That's on DJ Khaled.
So what makes you guys the best?
I feel like Aquarius is often misread. I think that we're very quirky. We can be quirky. We can be... I'm trying not to think of anything like general to say that everybody says.
Well, say it was like what in the Aquarius description is relevant to you.
We're definitely good with comebacks. Like very quick and witty. You shaking your head, yes? Are you an Aquarius? No.
One of my closest friends is Aquarius.
We're very witty, like very good with words. We're overly analytical sometimes to the point where it can be like obsessive, but that's also good because we can read people very well. I think so. Me personally, just saying. What else?
I'm trying to think because I feel like I don't even know if I'm right, but I think the city girls, like they're Sagittarius and Aquarius.
Carisha's an Aquarius.
She's an Aquarius? Yeah. Carisha is such a girl's girl. Yeah. So Carisha and Meg are both Aquarius?
Yes.
Okay, I need Aquariuses in my life. They seem so fun. Like they
are fun.
Like they can be friends. Yeah. Are you feel like you're the type that could be friends with everybody? Like maybe not friends, but I feel like maybe they're not friends with everybody, but like they're friendly and open with everybody.
Yeah, I can say that like, I mean, I can have a conversation with pretty much anybody.
Yeah. And I see that in them and I see that in you too. That's cool. Okay, Aquariuses. I don't know why you guys stay away from me. I don't know. Isn't that so weird? Like you end up not meeting certain signs or like having them enter your space.
But I know a lot of Pisces. Like Pisces have always flocked to me for some reason.
Wow. Okay.
So, I don't know.
No, that's good. And you said you have water in your chart, so maybe it's that. That's what I was saying because I was saying I feel a water connection. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So how would you describe your music to someone who hasn't heard it yet? And yeah, this is your chance to pull them in.
Sexy, bold, fun, raunchy, makes you feel like you want to get up and shake your ass. Makes you feel, I don't know, like you're on shrooms. Some of my music can make you feel like that. I've kind of like mesh dancehall, fuse dancehall with like so many other sounds. That my music can literally make you feel anything, but it's definitely raunchy, sexy, fun. I feel like it's eclectic. All those things.
Yeah.
All things great.
I agree with that. Raunchy, sexy, and fun is all about.
Yeah.
I love it. So in our previous iteration of our podcast, we had a segment called Harsh Truth. I think I want to change it now because I'm like, I don't know if it's harsh, but this is a chance for you to share, I guess, a lesson that you've learned in recent years or even through this conversation that you can pass along to someone else.
Okay, business and pleasure do not mix.
Oh.
It does not.
Okay.
Don't do it. It won't work out. Leave it alone.
Business and pleasure, does that fall into like business and love or business and friendship?
I feel like I don't really know about friendship, but I feel like somebody that you could be like dealing with in like an intimate type of way.
Yeah. Okay. And we'll leave it at that unless you want to share. Unless you want to share your personal experience.
Let me think.
Unless you want to expose somebody right now. No. Okay. Okay. That was a really good one. Yeah. So if you're thinking about it, if you're thinking about taking up, I don't know, your little sneaky link on that business plan, don't do it. Okay, so we're about to end soon. This was a great conversation. Before we go, please tell the people where they can find you. Yeah, and like plug any projects that you have going on. Just go. Just take it over.
Well, you can find me on Instagram, on Threads, on Twitter, on TikTok, at Auntie Goodhole. I know that name is so.
That name. No. We're not going. Before we go, please explain the story behind Auntie Goodhole.
Okay, so it was this person that like kept stalking me after we had a really great time, and then my best friend, she was making fun of me, and then she was like, so like in Caribbean culture, like good hole is like when you got like a good Gucci or whatever, and so she was like, you have a good hole. She was like, Auntie Good Hole, and she called me that, and then I was like, I'm about to change my handle on social media platforms to Auntie Good Hole, and that's how Auntie Good Hole came about.
Wow. Look at that. I feel like good hole is like self-explanatory. What do people think it is? They think it's like, what hole you think she's talking about? That's the hole.
Yeah. I mean.
Okay. Before we go, I do want to remind you guys, please follow at Casa Confessions podcast so you can hear about us doing more episodes with amazing people like Sami Sol. And just follow us everywhere, please. TikTok, Twitter, Threads, all the apps. There's so many apps nowadays.
It's a lot.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that. Okay, so we're gonna lead people out with a song. We always have Song of the Pod. If you want to pull up a song that you want to share with the people, like a song that you've been connecting to lately, or a song of your own.
Oh my God.
We'll give her a second to pull that up.
What song have I been connecting to lately, child? Let me see. Okay, you know what I was listening to today? By Breezy Lynn, Bad Bitches.
Breezy Lynn, bad. Oh, is it like Bad Bitches?
Should I play it?
Yeah, play it and hold it close to the mic. Yeah, let's leave it there if you like. Hey, all right, guys, that's the end of this episode. Feel free to follow us where I just mentioned at Casa Confessions, and see you guys next time. Bye.